Hello everyone, it's we're back here at War in the Pacific Admiral Edition. This is Friedrich with my PBM game as allies against TF 1377 Japan. Now you may or may not notice, but this is a different map mod. I thought it would be kind of interesting to try some different things, something different. I like it because it looks more realistic in some ways, and in some other ways it's more complicated as far as matching what the visual is to the reality or the terrain. I mean, I, I'm gonna try it. If it doesn't work out, we'll see. Hopefully, it's okay with everybody's eyes, and we'll. And I like the dots for the sea because then it just looks like oh wow, we're tearing up the I-6, the Ailwin. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. But yeah, we got damage taking on water. Yeah, one of those hits was pretty strong. Anyway, um, I just wanted to just address the map. The dots instead of the hex sides is kind of cool. Anyway, oh man, these American subs are so frustrating. I know we're gonna see this for a while, and I'll have to suck it up, but it's just frustrating because you want to see some torpedoes hit, right? But anyway, no explosion. Mark 14. But these 3-inch guns are, well, it's a single gun, but the 3-inch gun is doing some damage. Fires on main deck. These hits don't look like they're, I mean, the fires, they can put the fires out. But the ones that just say superstructure hit, I mean, it doesn't really tell me much. But I don't even. This is a light cargo ship. I still have my doubts that that'll go down. My guess is it'll make it to port just fine and repair. One of the things is that it doesn't have it damaged below the water. That's the thing. He's doing some invasions there in the what is it, the Gilberts or south of the Gilberts. Anyway, he had his eyes on places. I had my eyes, but yeah. Okay. So we were able to get by without getting jumped there. It looks like there by Palembang, he may have ASW just devoted 100% to looking out for subs, but I don't know for sure. I'm just a hunch. Air phase here. Airstrikes time. So he's bombing this hex west of Tarakan, and it's empty now. So we actually left. I mean, we disintegrated, but he still set it to bomb. Maybe just in case. But here's Zamboanga taking some punishment from the bombers. All right, so we're bombing Chiang Mai again. Just a little bit of damage. It's light rain. I don't know that affects it as much as these bombers are operating at half capacity. So, yeah. All right, so these liberators are going to have to fight off 22 zeros. I have a hunch this isn't going to be pretty for anyone. I'm surprised they got over there before the sweeps, but maybe if we damage these zeros, they can't fly later in the day when our, well, hopefully our sweeps come through. All right, this may take a while. Let's get through it. 6 of our 7 liberators make it. See if we lose any of our pilots. This is not what I expected, and I will be standing this group down. Now, was this supposed to go? I can't remember, but it is what it is. Seems like I stood it down, but we damaged a Jake, or destroyed a Jake on the ground, and beat up the base quite a bit this time. So even in heavy rain. So yeah. Seriously. Okay. I hope our sweep and our bombing from Noumea goes in the PM. Oof. All right, we spotted something that caused kerfuffle there. All right. Some recon flying by the Japanese, it looks like. We are doing a little bit of recon ourselves. Okay, so our B-17s get there before the sweeps, and I swear I had sweeps going. Anyway, let's get through this. So 10 of the raid, all 10 get through, but it's not sure. I'm not sure. Took 2 damage, but 1 destroyed 0. 1 supply hit, and that's it. Now, part of it is the rain, heavy rain, possibly. Oh man, why is our bombers going through before our sweeps? This is frustrating, because one of the reasons it's frustrating, 2 reasons. 1 is because the bombers are taking the beating, and 2, they're going to run out of zeros by the time our fighters get over there, if they go. See, look at this. Now they have 1 0 to shoot down. Oh, that's so frustrating. All right. We shot it down, but man, that's disappointing. Come on, guys, get in there sooner. All right. See, now we get in there with nothing to kill. Oh well. I'm just going to stand on my bombers, which feels like an extreme disappointment. I still I'll look at the statistics on my fighters and see if I still want to do some sweeps, because I can still do sweeps even if I don't bomb, right? All right, so bombardment here. Let's get through. Now this time the Japanese lost nothing. Okay. And we're set to bombard back. Chusian, a bombardment. He's actually losing a little bit. Okay. Now we're retaliating here. And nothing. So, okay. Korea. I don't know. Could be Curia. I don't know. All right, some expansion. Seward. Finally got an airfield on Seward. Great. All right, that's it. For the turn. Just noticed Luganville actually upgraded to level 2 airfield also. That may just make it a target of the Japanese, but I'm telling you guys, we have... Wait, I just noticed something. Our battleships did not bombard. Oh, that's so frustrating. That's the other thing. I was expecting them to bombard, and then the bombardment would have damaged enough fighters. The bombers would have been okay. I don't know. It just was a fiasco. I'll be back. All right. I brought it up, and it was basically Pearl as it does. But I noticed this submarine is moving east, so he may not like these holes here, and he's maybe trying to fill this up still. I don't know for sure. Maybe he's anyway. Something's happening here, but we're still reconning this quite a bit, but we're not getting any more information. In fact, less now. So who went and why didn't we find anything? So 50% were sleeping or resting, and maybe we didn't fly. I have no idea. I did not notice if they did not go. One thing that stands out to me is zero fatigue. So I'm guessing they didn't even go. We'll just leave it. Okay. So these dots are kind of cool because like you just center on the dot where you want to go, and it's kind of interesting. But it makes it look like an open ocean somewhat. Okay. It's not perfect representation of it. Let's take a look at this. How quickly are they unloading? Because we need to get this unloaded ASAP. Because we need to get back in 22 days. That should not be a problem. This transport is extremely fast. It will get there quickly. So we are loading up. Last turn, I noticed a signal up in here. Radio signal. So is it coming to Marcus? Is it coming to Wake? Or is it coming to try to recapture Midway? But that's why you got research. So we should spot an invasion force. Not necessarily Keto Butai, but an invasion force early enough. Okay. So we're picking up some of these guys. Well, we didn't pick up any because they were switching to strategic mode. Don't know if this will work, but we're going to say yes. And that way we'll pick up some. The reason I'm doing this is I'm hoping the more ships we use, the quicker we can get this ship loaded. And, parts of these will fit into all the ships and maybe we'll quickly load up and be able to get out of here. I'm not necessarily in a rush to rescue. It's not like I'm not necessarily trying to protect the regiment, but I don't want overstacking as this starts unloading and just various things. So yeah, I think, and by the way, this is going to have to be fixed, or else we'll be in danger of some subs finding us. So it's fine if we go around. We're not in a hurry. This is just so yeah, we can just go out a bit. Yeah, that's okay. Just go out a bit. So yeah, that should be fine. So we're unloading the 185th. That's great. No, the 108th. Okay, the 185th, that's right, has not gotten here yet. Now the 108th will go to Kona, and the other two regiments will stay here at Hilo. So we're good there. This guy is doing a back and forth, picking up resources and dropping off supplies. So good. We're not necessarily low on supplies, but the resources. The resources do not need to be sitting here. So, all right. What is next? I did something. It doesn't matter except for as a suggestion if you're playing this game. One thought I had is let's put when it's due so I can track it. And it's due in port 411. It's going to take a long time because of the damage, but it'll get there, but it's just going to take a bit. And I'm not going to calculate again. This part of this was just to give me an idea, rough idea. If it gets there at 412 or 410, it's not going to hurt my feelings. This one is making a much better clip, and I did not record that because it was still going average of 5 per turn, and it looks like in 4 turns it will be at Seattle. So that'll be great, and then we'll disband it for rebuilding. Now, interestingly enough, I don't think I talked about this before, but the Aguamonte and it's damaged and it's heading to port due 47. And this other very unfortunate boat, they crashed into each other, and this was actually, I think, higher. So I think they're trying to work these repairs down, but he's going extremely slow and won't get there till 5/12, May 12. So this is going to take over a month, over a month. And when you're this close to home, that's pretty depressing. So it's going to take over a month to get there. This ship that was also involved in the collision was less damaged, and it will be there on April 7th. So, and then this is the rest of the task force, and they will get there in no time. It should be pretty good. And actually, this ship is not going that slow, honestly. It's going roughly 4 hexes per turn. So we're okay. Got a lot of, and this is another reason I like this map mode. The ships stand out a bit better, or the task force icons, so we can see what's going on a little bit. I mean, I think we could see well enough before, but but this is kind of cool. I may or may not get tired of this because I still haven't quite 100% adjusted to it, but all right, enough of that. Also, another thing that kind of is sad to me is I like all the green on the other map, and this one has less of it. Is it more realistic? Maybe. And I do like immersion, and again, it is kind of has a flavor to it that's interesting, but it's not as green as the other map. So I don't know. It's fine, and I'm not gonna change it for a bit. I'm gonna see how I like it for the next few turns. All right. Having said that, I just wanted to show some of those other areas to kind of give you an idea of what those are looking like. So what is this going? This is Pago Pago Air Transport. Okay, so this is that ship that is, or the task force that's bringing air units to Pago Pago. Will it get here and unload? I still haven't decided that, honestly. It's got plenty of time, but if this looks like this still and no KB in the area, we may bring it here and check it out. All right, in one turn, this task force will be here. I think, by the way, I'm already thinking that we're just going to set all fighters and be done with it. We're not going to send any more sweeps. There's no reason to. We have time. We can wait. So our battleship bombardment group, which I thought was going to bombard last turn, should bombard this turn. I thought it was going to last turn, but it did not. So I am disappointed. And so these B-17s, we are going to train. No, yeah, just stand down. Just stand down. Set all of them, okay? We're just going to stand down because there's absolutely no reason to fly. And I don't even think these guys flew. I think we had recon flight, and that was it, right? So we're going to recon. We reconned this hex, and I thought we were going to bomb it so we could knock them out of move mode. but that did not happen. So instead, we'll recon this, because surely those troops are moving out this turn. Well, let's recon them. Let's do it again. Recon. Well, okay. Let's recon. Yeah, we're gonna recon this one more time. Sorry, this. This is already reconned. Not very much information. So maybe I'll do this after all. All right. So I'm wondering if the weather here, severe storms, keeps our aircraft from even taking off to bomb here. If that's the case, then I guess we'll get even more rest. But I'm going to take one of these groups. Let's see, a small beat up one, and we'll just. Reason being is because we had a base admin issue there. All right, so anyways, I'll think about some of this with the bad weather. Maybe we just stand down. But one thought I had in mind was bomb this. But if I could bomb this one more time, he'll flip to combat mode and maybe not slide into here. We'll see. It's possible that even in combat mode, he'll be moving fast enough to just get in there. I don't think they're going to do any attacks with that, because this is a pretty hefty stack here. And at 3 times, that's roughly, not quite, but roughly 1,500 AV. All right, this group, or this task force, is heading to Luganville. We'll try to pick up some guys to bring here. I think when this is closer, let's see, we're moving about 6 hexes a turn. That gives us 4 turns, because 3 will be 18 hexes. So in 3, I think in 2 turns, if nothing looks different here, no new groups are in the area, in 3 turns, I'll probably flip some of these to something, maybe not some, because this is not that big of a group. I'll flip something, say, maybe that's kind of big. We'll wait till we get a bigger task force to pick up them. But we could pick up these guys and maybe, well, for sure, first Amphib Corps. I'll pick up these for sure. If I can grab these as well, I'll try. Speaking of which, there's no rush. I'm not going to get my C-47s back here, moving stuff back and forth, because that feels like a big waste of it's good for the pilots, and the planes don't seem to be having too much difficulty back and forth. I'll consider it. But I do have to think about the base as well, overloading the base. He's coming. He's beelining right back to I just flipped this, so we used up some ops. That's going to slow it down, but that's okay, because it's still going to take exactly 4 turns even with that. But this one is going to have a little bit of more difficulty, but we're going to refuel it when we get here. Just maybe a moderate amount. So in fact, I'll just go ahead and take a tactical refuel. I don't know if that'll add any, or if it'll assume, well, we're here at our home port, so we're okay, right? So, but in the meantime, this is moving at a pretty decent clip to get back here for, again, shuttling troops. This one should be able to shuttle a little bit. So, yeah. Let's see what else. Oh, right. I think there's no reason to keep talking about the carrier movements, because they're just heading back to port. But I just want to show their status here. They're probably about 9 days away from back to returning to base. 9. We're looking at 2, 3, the 6th of April. Not bad. Not bad for this little detour where we did basically nothing. But hey, maybe we got some experience for our pilots doing a real raid. Let's see. We got a lot of ships moving out here. A lot of it's ASW. We're just trying to keep the subs pinned down. The Queen Mary, we're trying to loop around here and get in safely. So there's that. And these 2 destroyers are trying to find the sub and hopefully sink it. All right, let's look further up the map. We bombed Buna. I did not anticipate that, and I may have set the raid and then canceled it, but we're gonna for sure stand down. I think just we did some damage, and I don't know. I mean, this isn't too bad, but maybe we'll stand down for 1 turn, maybe get some of these airframes back, one of them. And what about this one? 6 days, so probably won't get that one back. Speaking of standing down, let's get yeah, this was pretty bad. So we're gonna stand down, and looks like we got a KIA here. No, 0-0. Okay, so no losses. Okay, we've had 2 kills with this bomber, but yeah, and the accuracy is 23%. I'm not sure exactly if that's pilot, the combination of the pilot, the plane itself. But we have 8 pilots. That's great. We have all of our pilots. Even though we were shot down over Kumak, we got our pilot. So now we just have to fill this out. Let's go ahead and draw one. We've got a few. So let's grab one. We're okay. All right, let's take a look here too, because I didn't look. And I don't know why. I feel like I have to double check. Did we stand them down? Yeah. We'll just stand them down. Not even train, just stand down. Okay. Aircraft losses 1, 3 total to, wow, 9? Okay, so we lost 3 to 9. What did he lose? All right. 6 zeros, 3 air-to-air, 3 ops. So that's not going to do a lot to damage his, because I'm sure he has plenty of airframes. Oscars, I don't understand this unless he's moving Oscars around, because we did not encounter any Oscars. Jakes, he lost 1 on the ground, which we saw bombed, I believe, at Buna. Catalina, we lost 1 to ops. We also lost a Liberator in air-to-air LB-30. A Bolo to ops. So, and we have no Bolos at all as replacements. So, all in all, not a bad air turn. Well, bad in the sense that sweep would have been better. However, we would have lost a lot more fighters too. So I guess we'll give it that. Our bombers basically tanked for our fighters, which is kind of hilarious. So we looked at air pilots. We did lose a KIA, but that might have been to someone in the ops losses here, because we didn't lose an LB-30 pilot, that's for sure. All right, ship sunk. Last turn, we have no record of anything sinking. This number 50 has not changed for a few turns, so I don't think there's a hidden sinking either. And continuing around the map, let's see, Makassar, he's reinforcing, and he's got fighters here now. and bombers. So if we come out to play, chances are we're going to be in trouble. So we do have fighter cover here and here, although I doubt he's bombing here. But anyway, all right. Nothing standing out here as far as like strong movements one direction or the. We have our subs here patrolling, watching out for tankers. Of course, he's working on Zamboanga next. And seems like, yeah, our sub here, I already forgot the name of the sub that did a surface action. Was it this guy? Yeah, his deck gun was used up, and he's low on torpedoes. I think I'm gonna send him home, and we can upgrade him anyways. So we'll clear it and go home. He needs more stuff anyway, more torpedoes even. So he's got 14 of 18, so 10 of 24. That's still not bad, but we'll get the deck gun and also upgraded. All right, Chusian. Okay, this was very sneaky. I do not know how he got here. My guess is he went like this, and that's okay. That cuts him off. He was a holding force. He held longer than I thought. That's fine. So I've just been an annoyance, I guess. But that was pretty smooth move there to get into here and cut that off. So so okay, I just want to look at something. So he has this hex side. That's obviously came this way. Here he has all these hex sides. Again, obviously. But here's the thing. I'm not completely cut off anyway. Wen Chao can transport, and even Pu Chang, we can get stuff over this slow road up. Now, if the intent is to come here and really hurt this guy with several units, then yeah, that's a good move. If the goal is to come with these two hexes and hit this, good move. But if he's trying to cut this guy out of supply, there will be a trickle amount coming through here. So we should last and, even be able to get that fort built up some more. Now, the supplies here are not amazingly high, but it's possible that some of these are coming out here to help this, because I really don't think we're using 80 supply per turn with just these units, but who knows. I do know that that's a pretty sizable core. So anyway, I just wanted to look at that, the status of our hex ownership here. So that's very interesting. This guy isn't quite cut off because of the supply here. And I mean, supply can flow like all the way down. This isn't like some war games where, there's a zone of control, and once it gets here, it's locked. It can't get through. But even so, then it could trickle down here and come through to here. So, anyways. So, yeah, China, again, stalemate, just kind of we're looking at each other, waiting for someone to make the first move. I did make a silly move here from Changsha out, and then I decided, yeah, let's go back. So there's that, but anyway. All right. We've still got somewhat of a stalemate here. Ooh, this is an interesting move. Now, I think it's a straight, I don't know what he's doing here. But that's a lot of guys, okay? That's a lot of guys. So let's put an eye on that. Okay. So I feel like that's kind of important. We're gonna take a look at this, see where he's going. Because if he's, I mean, if he's going here, he's still not cutting us off from anywhere because we can go around him here. If he's going from here to here, that's a good move, except we can still use these slow roads. Of course, this says 1 unit. If it's multiple units, he can start spreading out and doing all sorts of stuff. But what I'm curious about is how he's going to feed a sizable unit like this over the terrain. Which, let's look at the terrain. Now it looks like mountain, but it's jungle rough all up in here. I just don't know how you supply a sizable unit like that over into here. I feel like you have to cross. Now does he come down and hope not to run out of supplies by the time he gets down in here? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. If he's going to do that, though, wouldn't he just go boop and cross here? He could even recon this and make sure we have nothing and then just come over and come down. I can promise you I'm not going to defend this. This is clear. I'm not going to try to hold it, that is. It's, pardon me, it's clear, and I don't have forts like, this already makes me nervous. When he comes across, this is clear terrain. The only reason I'm staying here with a division, and why can't I see it? 510 AV is because of this fort. That's the only reason. And we're still a good ways from level 4. But I'm willing to try to hold it. As soon as I see movement, like little tails, I will move these aircraft, though. Well, maybe not literally as soon as, but because when they hit this, it'll be a shock attack, and I don't know if we'll hold the first wave or not. If we do, whether we hold it or not, I hope to do a lot of damage before we back out into Rangoon. But these planes, I don't want to endanger just because, so we can easily get them up here, Mandalay or Prom or something. I think Prom, maybe not even Prom, no. But, Magway, Mandalay, something. All right. That's enough rambling about that. I think we're in decent shape for another turn. Right now it's one turn at a time, one day at a time, because I never know when KB is going to show up again and some other epic action is going to happen that I am not ready for. In the meantime, I'm going to take what I can get. He did take Tabataoa, and he's taken Kuria. My guess is maybe he'll clean up all this. Maybe even Nanumea. Get these bases ready for defense. I honestly don't know. Is he going to try to go even further south? Maybe. Which is kind of why I have not emptied this base. Suva either. Neither of these are like really strongly defended. We got forts, and I'm not stopping building them, by the way. That's not something I'm ready to do. Still building forts here, and still building forts here. But the fort is not going to win the day if he brings enough stuff. Why is this not building forts? That's the question. I can tell you the fort's here with 0 AV. The forts will do nothing. But, hey, why not put them up there if we can, right? So, Now I really wish I would have taken the carriers here and hit this, because maybe we could have gotten some cargo ships transports out of it. That's okay. What I plan to do after upgrades is really make life, once I for sure know where KB is, my goal is to make life very interesting for the Japanese here in the Central Pacific. We've distracted them enough in the South. I think it's time for us to shift our focus to the Central, take Johnston back, maybe Baker, but also do some raids in the Central. I think that's my next major moves. Well, guys, in the meantime, I think I've covered the things I like to talk about. Now, I may be missing something you want to see, maybe missing something that I'll think about later, but let's call it for now, and we'll talk again when we revisit this the resolution for March 28th. Thanks for joining me, and have a good rest of your day. Take care. Bye.